Hi, my name's Colin Duggan. I'm the CEO and a co-founder of BG Networks. I'm going to demonstrate our cyber test platform. Our cyber test platform allows remote testing and also provides automation capability. This here is our automation software called HydraVision. And what I'm going to show here is access to a ECU. That's actually a gateway ECU. This ECU is remote, and what the software allows us to do is actually run various tests on these ECUs. It also gives you a capability to develop different tests. The HydraVision software comes with about 50 tests. These are tests that you can actually get started with and run right out of the box. For example, we have a UDS example test here, and you can see as I scroll down the list of various tests that are available. It also has the capability to manage tests and actually run batches of tests. And this is very valuable if there is a set of tests that you've frozen and you want to repeat the actual running of those tests. Maybe you've done a pen test and then 6 months later you want to rerun that pen test. There's been cases where it's actually hard to replicate those tests and actually get them to run correctly again. This saves you from that because those group of tests are actually stored here and can be run very easily again. So if we go back to the dashboard and we take a look at the test case execution manager here, we're going to run a CAN example test. Actually, it's actually running now. I'm going to stop the tests. I'm going to restart the test here. The test has been restarted, and it has a debug capability. By double-clicking on this small debugger here, we have a Visual Studio Code instance that actually is going to come up. This instance is actually running on the embedded test hardware, which we'll talk about here in a moment. And it gives us a local debug capability for our test case. The test cases are written in Python, and this test case is just sending a couple of network packets to the end device and actually ends the test after it sees a message back. We can actually place a breakpoint here. And we can run to the breakpoint, which I'll do here. And so now it's actually running. We've started the device. It's going to run to that breakpoint. We get a terminal window here that actually shows messages back from the endpoint device. And we can see here that it's actually run to the breakpoint now. We've seen the indication. And now we can run again. And we're going to see that now it's going to send those couple of packets, and which we can see here. And then the test is actually going to end. So what this software does again is it gives a automation capability, an ability to store tests, access those tests again later, run them in batches. It also comes with the number of tests to get you started. The HydraVision cybersecurity automation software works with specially designed cybersecurity hardware, which we call Crate. The Crate has a number of interfaces on it, specially designed for automotive ECUs and medical devices. For instance, this version has 6 automotive Ethernets, 6 CANs, 6 LINs, and 5 USB interfaces. They are all managed in the sense that you can remotely control the power cycling on all of those interfaces, which is very important. When you're doing pen testing, sometimes the device is put into an unknown state. The managed USB interfaces gives you the ability and flexibility to add a number of other interfaces. For instance, you could add a JTAG emulator that you might be using as part of your pen test and connect it to the USB interface. We have versions of this hardware that also have capabilities for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and other wireless interfaces. So between the automation software, its remote capability to access our special hardware, the hardware's very extensive list of I/O interfaces to connect to your automotive device or your medical device provides a complete cyber testing platform that makes it very easy to run tests and actually run the tests remotely. The reason that the remote cyber testing capability is so important is quite often the pen testers or the cybersecurity testers might not be in the same location as the device under test. You might have a vehicle, you might have a large piece of medical equipment that can't be easily transported. And by using our hardware, you can put the hardware right next to the device under test. You can allow the pen testers, the cybersecurity testers, to log in from a remote location and log in over time. Could even be weeks or months at a time, and perform the testing remotely. If you have any questions about cybersecurity testing, automotive testing requirements, medical device testing requirements for the FDA or the EU's MDR, let me know. Thank you.